Hello everyone, myself Rashmi Pandey. In this video, I am going to discuss about rank coefficient of correlation. This method, before we discuss in detail, we should know the meaning of correlation. Correlation shows the relationship between two sets of variables. It shows that how change in values of one variable are associated with change in values of other variable. Means if one variable is changing, what change it is bringing in the other variable. This change may be in the same direction, this change may be in the opposite direction. So in this video especially, we are going to focus on Spearman's rank correlation. Though there are three methods, so only one method we are taking up in this particular video. Spearman's rank coefficient correlation was developed by Charles Edward Spearman, and this is used when variables cannot be measured meaningfully. Means if any specific type of relationship does not appear between the two sets of data. And it is what we do in this method, we assign ranks to the variables and then their correlation is computed. So value of as correlation, you know, that is lies between -1 to +1. What does it mean? If the value of correlation is -1, it means there is a perfect negative correlation between both the variables. Means one variable is increasing and other one is decreasing, and they are increasing or decreasing in the same proportion. If first one is increasing by 10%, other one will decrease by 10%. That is called -1 or perfect negative correlation. In the same way, perfect positive correlation is +1, means both the variables are changing in the same direction. And if same direction is there and same proportion is there, if one is increasing by 10%, other one will also increase by 10%. That is called perfect positive correlation. So the maximum and minimum value of correlation is -1 to +1. Now uses of rank correlation, when can we use this one? So first, it is useful when numerical measurement of data is not possible, like intelligence, beauty, honesty, bravery. All these are characteristics and these cannot be measured in numbers. So what we do, we assign them ranks by using rank correlation method. Again, these are qualities. So rank correlation is more useful in case of qualitative data. And as I have discussed earlier, when there is impossible to draw any meaningful result, like price and income, though these two are related, but directly there is no relationship, so meaningful result it becomes impossible to draw. Then useful when there are extreme values in the given set of data. Extreme means either very large or very small. So whenever such conditions exist, your rank correlation becomes useful. Now limitation of this one. Limitation, that is, we cannot use this method when the data is grouped. When data is grouped, we cannot assign them ranks. How will we assign them rank when group data is given? So it cannot be used in case of group data. Now methods of measuring this rank correlation. Sometimes what happens that directly ranks are given. When only ranks are given, what we have to do? Simple, we have to find the difference of the rank and then we will apply the formula. But sometimes what happens that ranks are not given. What are these ranks? Suppose in your class, who gets the maximum marks, he is given first rank. So sometimes directly ranks are given and sometimes ranks are not given. So two methods are there, if ranks are given and if ranks are not given. And when ranks are not given, we have to assign them ranks. And sometimes what happens? Same people got same marks. It becomes difficult to give them rank, who will become second and who will become third. That is a difficult process. So if ranks are not given, two methods are there. That is, ranks are not shared and ranks are shared. So in this video, we will only discuss about if ranks are given. Simply what will you will get in the two series ranks, namely R1 and R2, and then we will find out their difference, and it is denoted by capital D. Capital D denotes the difference of R1 and R2, and we will do a square of that, D square, and then we will add all the squares and we will get summation D square, and then we will apply the formula, and formula is RK is equal to 1 minus 6 summation D square upon n cube minus n. Now we shall take up one numerical example. See, in the given question 12 babies are there and judges have given them different ranks, and we have to find out the correlation between the ranks given by both the judges. Now see how we will do it. First we will put the ranks, that is R1 and R2. R1 is given by judge X and R2 is given by judge Y. We have to find the difference of their ranks. So always remember, if R1 is small and R2 is larger, the difference will come negative. If R1 is larger and R2 is smaller, difference will come positive. So in the given example, first judge has given 1 and second judge has given 12. So 1 minus 12 we will get minus 11. In the same way, first judge has given 2 and second judge has given 9. So 2 minus 9 we will get minus 7. In the same way we will find out the differences, and you see the at least 4 values are given in negative because judge X has given lesser rank and judge Y has given higher rank. Now what we have to do next step? We have to do a square of this D. So a square of 11 will be 121, but one thing you have to remember, that if it is given minus, when you will do a square, automatically it will become positive. Don't forget to put positive sign, because minus and minus, when they are multiplied, they become plus. So a square of 11, 121, a square of 7, 49, a square of 3, 9, then a square of 6, 36. In this way we have done square of all the values. So sum total of all these squares we will get 416. This tabular work is completed. Now next step is application of the formula. So formula I have told you. What is the formula? 1 minus 6 summation D square upon n cube minus n. Clear? Now summation D square we have got 416. Sometimes students what they do a square of the 416. Always remember, it is already squared and there is no need of doing a square of that. There is no need of doing a square of that. So 6 into 416 simply you have to do, and what we will get? We will get 12 cube minus that is upon 12 cube minus 12. What we have to do? We have to do cube of 12. So the final value we will get 2496 when we will multiply 416 with 6. And 12 cube, the value will be 12 cube minus 12, value will be 1716. And now we have to solve this one. Two methods are there, either you take LCM or you directly divide 2496 by 1716. So here what we have got, we have divided directly, and what we have got? 1.46. 1 minus 1.46. Now you see 1 is smaller and 1.46 is larger. So our value will come minus 0.45. Minus 0.45 means it is a negative value. So we have completed, and rest of the methods we will discuss in the next video. Thank you, and keep on revising, keep on practicing numericals. Thank you.